What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today we're here to talk about the survey. The survey that everyone has been wanting to take part in is here right now. If you go over to your in-game information, there is a brand new banner that will be advertising this survey. And if we get 1,000 responses to the survey, we get given, I think it's 5 rainbow gems. So make sure to go in-game and participate in this survey now. So in this video, we're going to be going through the questions, giving my thoughts and opinions on them. You can leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments section. And you know, this was teased quite a while back in like the late July during the Yoshi video. He did state that there was going to be a survey. It is now here. I feel like it definitely should have been out a little bit earlier than this, but hey, it's here now. Let's go ahead and participate and see what kind of questions we have. Let's go ahead and see what we have. All right, so we're going to put in our player ID, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and we will be back. Okay, so post that, we just have to, you know, put in our gender, you know, nothing too crazy there. Our age, okay, so currently 25 to 29 now. That's crazy, man. I can't believe I'm in that age group. The region where we reside, we're in Australia, mate. Australia, there we go. Next, okay, pretty typical stuff right now. Which of the following factors is the most important when it comes to the kinds of Japanese anime you enjoy? This is weird. This is a very odd question. Could this potentially be hinting at future crossovers? Look, I don't think Treasure Cruise is ever doing a crossover ever again. If it was going to be doing it, I would think it'd probably just be with Dokkan Battle. Then again, Dokkan Battle's so big at this point, I don't even think that's ever going to happen. But I mean, like, honestly, like, there's lots of different things. I mean, if it's popular, maybe. If it's famous or well known, good world. I love world building and I love like big exploration type of things. I've always been a big fan of exploration, so One Piece definitely fits that bill. I mean, honestly, these are the two most important things. I guess we can pick like as many as we want. Like, I guess like that's a really weird question. I wasn't really expecting a question like that. Which of the following factors is the most important when it comes to the kind of Japanese video games you enjoy? What? This is weird. This is like super weird. Okay, I mean, again, like this kind of thing is really good. I like the gameplay is definitely important. Like this is just stupid questions. I thought it was going to be related to Treasure Cruise. Okay, well here we go. Please select which of the following One Piece related content you have read, played, or experienced. Okay, Pirate Warriors 4 I've played a lot of. World Seeker I completed World Seeker to its potential. Burning Blood I didn't really play. I have played like it for maybe 20 minutes maximum. I didn't like it that much. Definitely Treasure Cruise for sure. I actually have played a little bit of Bon Bon Journey. I didn't like it that much. Like I think I played it for about, you know, maybe 2 to 3 hours maximum, but at that point I felt like I'd experienced most of the game and didn't really want to play it anymore. It's an interesting one. Thousand Storm I haven't played too much of. I know that it initially came out to the global release, and global did get shut down actually. The Japan version of Thousand Storm is actually still active right now, but I'm not the biggest fan of Thousand Storm, honestly. Weird that Bounty Rush isn't listed here. I feel like it should probably be here. I've read the comics in collected volumes. Okay, I've watched the anime, watched the movies. I voted in a One Piece character popularity poll. That was huge this year when that happened. I've definitely bought figurines. I actually haven't bought any anime on Blu-ray or DVD. Haven't done that. I've definitely bought merchandise for sure. I've gone to One Piece theme events, Jump Fest, or live shows. Well, I've been to One Piece Tower in Japan, which was really awesome. So I guess that kind of counts. Yeah, I'm a huge One Piece fan, so yeah, for sure. Okay, next. Interesting. Still haven't seen much about One Piece Treasure Cruise in general. So this one says, the next question is for those of you who have seen the One Piece anime. What medium did you use to watch the One Piece? I definitely watched it online. Yeah, like Crunchyroll for sure was like where I watched basically all of it, right? So that's pretty cool. So I think Crunchyroll is definitely where I watched it. Which of the following factors is most important to your enjoyment of the One Piece anime? This is kind of weird. This is strange, man. This is a really broad survey. So the enjoyment for the One Piece anime. Again, why is this here? Okay, sure, dude. I mean, I guess this as well because it is popular and well known. Next. All right, what else do we have? All right, well, here we go. What are you looking for in a One Piece mobile game? Choose all that apply. What? Okay. Character illustrations that evoke scenes and emotion from the original artwork. Yes, for sure. The artwork in a One Piece game is definitely something that I look for. Huge numbers of possible parties of 6 formed roughly from 3,000 possible characters. I mean, again, I guess they're just seeing what we like about One Piece Treasure Cruise, I suppose. I guess then I probably would select that. I like the fact that there are lots of characters in Treasure Cruise. The potential to overcome powerful enemies with the right combination of 6 party members. I mean, this is yes and no, because I definitely understand where a lot of people are coming from. Like, a lot of people like Treasure Cruise literally just because of the team building aspect, and the fact that you can, you know, put your mind to work and build a team that is very specific, but it does get around the content. And while that is really fun for a lot of players, the other thing is you have to make sure that the game is accessible. And if the game isn't accessible to a new player, you're not going to bring new players in, which is not going to grow the game. So honestly speaking, I don't think this is a positive for a One Piece game. I like the game to be a little bit more broad. Not as broad as Dokkan Battle, where you can legit nearly use anything. I mean, I say nearly anything, but you can use a lot of characters in Dokkan Battle to beat content. Whereas with Treasure Cruise, a lot of the time, there'll be like specific units you have to use in order to get around certain pieces of content. And I do think for newer players, that's definitely more difficult for them to do. So honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of this in general. High quality illustrations are always nice to have. Casual strategic gameplay, I think that's good. Casual strategic gameplay is probably the best way to say it. I'm going to be kind of pissed if the next question has this exact same list and it says, what are the things about One Piece Treasure Cruise that you like? I swear, if that is the next question, I'm going to be so mad. Wait, what? Oh, so it is the same question, but you're only allowed to select one thing out of the list. Like, what's the one thing about this list that you think is the most important thing for a One Piece mobile game? I think casual strategic gameplay might be the most important, but I do love the visual aspects of a game as well. You know, there is like, you know, Thousand Storm and Bounty Rush that have come, and with those games, they are interesting, but the thing about it is I don't like 3D models all that much, and I do like the aesthetic that Treasure Cruise has, having the like semi-chibi-esque artwork in terms of their sprites, but then the actual character artwork is more reminiscent of the anime and the manga, which I definitely prefer over a 3D model. So for that reason, I do like that. But in terms of overall gameplay, yeah, that also is very important to the game's success. It's hard to really pin down what is the overall #1 most important thing from this particular list. I'm gonna have to have a think about this one. Honestly, after going through this list, I do think this is probably the most important thing, to have gameplay that is not only strategic in one sense, but also can be played by casual players and can be enjoyed by all walks of life. I think that would probably be the most important thing, is to have the balance between the hardcore and the casual audiences to bring more people into the game. I do think that is the most important. So let's go ahead and progress on next and see what we have here. Alright, so what kinds of One Piece Treasure Cruise campaigns and promotions would you like to see? Okay, I'm very excited to see what this is going to be. And it says, choose all that apply. Fan events that immerse you in the world of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Yes. Interactive panel events with game producers, for sure. Events where fans can talk together, for sure. Events involving in-game competition, yeah, sure. I mean, contests run through the One Piece Treasure Cruise website and the social media. I mean, this is a little bit less desirable, I think, but definitely would be cool. Campaigns where you can win One Piece Treasure Cruise merchandise, always nice to see. Events where fans can share One Piece Treasure Cruise information. I mean, that one honestly isn't that important because we kind of already have that with our own social media platforms with Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, of course, Twitch. There's so many different platforms where people can already share One Piece Treasure Cruise information. Like, it's specifically saying fans here, so I think this is a little bit less desirable. Releases of high quality One Piece Treasure Cruise promotional videos and illustrations, yeah, for sure. For content creators, that stuff is very, very good. And then collaborations with influencers, oh, for sure, you gotta collaborate with your boy. All right, let's go ahead and tick all of those. Make sure to tick that one. That's very, very important. All right, let's go next and see what we have for 13. Oh, okay, this is interesting. All right, so unfortunately, this one is kind of really hard to see, so I'm gonna have to actually like select these properly. It looks like we can select more than one, which is good. Okay, so it says please select all the media below which you use regularly or you view regularly, and those where you've seen One Piece Treasure Cruise information at least once in the past month. So this is official YouTube channel. I assume this means the Bandai official YouTube channel, and I guess in the past month, I guess technically you do have to count the fact that we watched the Yoshi video, so I guess you kind of have to tick that. The game's official website, man, the game's official website is actually bad. Honestly, it just doesn't have that much valuable information there, and what they really should do, they should have dedicated individuals to like type in up articles about new content, talking about like what characters you can bring to the content, maybe like breakdowns of each of the stages in an official sense. I think would be awesome, and honestly, I'd be down to write articles relating to that, you know. I think that'd be cool as hell, but unfortunately the website is pretty bad, so no. The website banner advertisement, no, I mean, the website banner advertisement, unfortunately, isn't really seen that many places. YouTube and Twitch, for sure. Obviously, I stream there, I make videos on it. Funimation, I have not seen any One Piece Treasure Cruise stuff on Funimation, but I do... I don't say I typically view it. Crunchyroll, I do typically view it for sure, but I haven't seen Treasure Cruise stuff advertised there. I don't use TikTok. I do use Facebook, but I guess not really that much, so I can't really tick that one. Well, I do have a Facebook page, but I don't really use it that often, unfortunately, and I post my own Treasure Cruise stuff over there on my Facebook page, so I am going to count that one. Instagram, I don't use. Reddit, I do use, and I have seen Treasure Cruise stuff there. And for Twitter, for sure. Snapchat, I don't use. Fandom, I have actually no idea what fandom is. Discord, yes, for sure, on there every single day. App Store, Google Play, and App Store, yes, but I haven't seen much Treasure Cruise stuff there. And in terms of any other places, those are like the main places, I would say. Okay, so we have another one right here. Let's go ahead and have a look and see what we've got. So it says, please select the option which best describes your use of each of the following social media platforms and online communities. I don't know. I guess they just really want to see like what we're up to. Honestly, I was expecting more Treasure Cruise related questions rather than these types of questions are just trying to gain information from us. Really, really weird. A lot of these ones like fandom and open rec, I have no idea what they're about. But yeah, for Twitter and YouTube are my typical ones. And then like Facebook and Reddit are like sometimes, and the rest have absolutely no idea. Number 15, what types of content would you like to see or see more of for the One Piece Treasure Cruise social media? Let's have a look. Information about the game updates and changes, yeah, for sure. Educational materials, guides, tutorials, that would be nice as well. Beneficial information, so character stats, power-up characters, event overviews, that would be really cool to see. Interactive content, entertaining content. I mean, yeah, honestly, everything. Teasers, contests, sales and discounts. I think all of these would be hugely beneficial to the social media of Treasure Cruise. Just to like, I think humorous content would be kind of interesting, because it would kind of like potentially, if something's hilarious, like actually hilarious, like not even just to the community of Treasure Cruise, but to the internet in general, that could definitely bring a lot of traction and a lot of eyes to the social media of One Piece Treasure Cruise, which in turn could generate more people to download the game. So I think that's honestly a pretty smart idea. That's really, really cool. Let's go ahead and move on to number 16. All right, so we have number 16. Please rate your satisfaction with One Piece Treasure Cruise. That's a very broad question because there are lots of things that are good, but there are definitely some things that need a little bit of work, that's for sure. But I think it's kind of difficult for them right now because they are trying to get us on that same wavelength of Japan right now, which I definitely understand breeds a lot of confusion and a lot of problems in the community. This is going to be a little bit of a difficult one to answer. So I'm going to say at the moment, I am satisfied, but there's definitely things that could be better. Okay, so I've gone ahead and made a list here of the things that I personally think need to be changed, and this is definitely not everything, but I think that with these additions, I would be super happy with the game, honestly. So the first thing is the reduction of the amount of encounters that you have in a treasure map. Each treasure map run just takes too long to complete, whether it was like you only complete the mini-map bosses on a secret map. I think that would be a pretty good change. Just makes all of the maps much faster to complete, which in turn gets you your points a lot quicker. That I think would be a huge, really great change to the game. Additional methods to get limit break materials, because outside of treasure map, getting limit break materials is very difficult. So if you just can't play treasure map for a couple of days, you're going to miss out on getting so many limit break materials. So that's honestly a pretty big problem. Login day rewards are uninspiring. This is a thing that needs to change. Like, you can log in for 2,000 days and you get like what, maybe 10 gems and a turkey or something like that. I don't know what it actually is, but it's not very good for logging in for 2,000 days. Now I don't know what they could do to fix this, but this honestly needs a bit of a change. The Sugo medal exchange needs improving, adding like limited time characters, adding tablets, rumble scrolls, because for a player like me that spends a lot on the game, like the Sugo medals are completely useless. They are redundant, they have no use, and this update honestly is only really good for newer players, and newer players aren't going to have a lot of Sugo medals to really use that new feature with anyway, and it's not going to be very good until later on down the line. So I think this needs to be updated to add limited time characters, tablets, rumble scrolls, any other type of like item. I think that would be a really nice change for that. I would love to see them add the ability to play Pirate Rumble against our friends list. That would be huge, and it would enable like really cool community stuff. I know a lot of people wanted to host tournaments for Pirate Rumble, and without this kind of feature, we can't really do that. So I think for the community's sake, this would be a really nice change, and would allow us to test teams. If we could allow our friend to put up a certain team on Pirate Rumble, we could build a team to test to see how it would perform against other different compositions. I think that would be a really nice change. And then for Kizuna Clash specifically, they need to go ahead and include newer tablets, and this is a big problem with Kizuna right now. While, yeah, 1,000 items with 5 of each tablet is actually pretty good, but the thing about it is they're all the older tablets, whereas these new ones like Hunger, the healing one, there's going to be one for the Orb, cannot be changed effect. Like, there's just the newer tablets need to be added into Kizuna Clash as well. That needs to happen. And then also adding team slots for Kizuna Clash, like what they've done with Treasure Map. I think all of these additions would make the game so much better, and along with this and version 11.0, which is going to be debuting very soon on global, I think with all these changes, it would make it much, much cleaner. All right, and they're going to be continuing on. Number 18, please choose 3 things about One Piece Treasure Cruise which you are especially satisfied. Okay, I don't know if this is what they're asking for. Let's go ahead and click next. Is it going to accept that? Okay, yeah, so we have to only select 3. So the 3 that I'm going to choose is the enjoyable game system, enjoyable co-op with other players, and good graphics. I think those are the 3 things about the game just from this list that I think are really, really good. Let's go ahead and click next. Let's see what we got. That we're dissatisfied with. So what are the things that I'm not happy with about the game? Okay. The rules are difficult to understand. I think this is probably the biggest one, because for a newer player to enter this game, they have to get around so many different things, right? They have to understand the menus. There's over 3,000 characters in the game. There's like literally like 50 different gimmicks, like Bind, Despair, Increased Attack, Increased Defense, Paralysis, Hunger, frigging Barriers, Immunity, Poison. Like, there's so many different things, right? And I think for a newer player, they can get overwhelmed very, very quickly, understanding all the gimmicks of the game and understanding what characters do, how to build teams, what's Kizuna Clash, what's Treasure Map. It's overwhelming, okay? And I think that needs to be dumbed down in some sense. Again, that's probably one of the most difficult things to do at this point, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Not enough free rainbow gems. I think a lot of people are going to select this, but I think this is kind of a waste, because even if they had a lot of people select this, I don't know if there's really anything that they're going to do to fix that. So I think, honestly, this is probably one that you probably shouldn't tick, but hey, I don't control what you pick, right? Yeah, this one. Management team communicates too little with players. 100%. This is the one that a lot of people should be selecting, because I want them to see that, and I want them to respond to that by actually responding more and more with our player base. I think that would be a huge, huge improvement to the game in general. I think battle or competition with other players is not enjoyable. I actually prefer the way that they did blitz battles and stuff back in the day, where it was based on how many clears of an event that you had, rather than, you know, oh, if you've got the point boosters, you just have a huge advantage and you will win. Whereas before, it was like, you know, if you put in the hard work and you put in the effort to play the game during the event time, you were rewarded for that, rather than, oh, you know, this person played 20 times, this person played, you know, 50, 100 times, but the person that played 20 times wins because they had the point boosters. Don't like that as much. So I think these 3 things, I mean, there's literally, you can select any of these and, you know, people would understand why you're picking that, but those are the 3 for me that kind of stick out at the moment. Man, this thing goes forever. What is your favorite in-game event out of these 3, Kizuna Clash, Treasure Map, and Pirate Rumble? At the moment, I think it's Kizuna Clash, and Treasure Map is definitely my least favorite, for sure. What else are we going to have? Please rate Kizuna Clash in terms of enjoyment. I think it's pretty fun. In terms of duration, I think, honestly, Kizuna Clash is like just the right length. It's not super long, but it's not like super short either. So it gives people, you know, time. If they've got stuff to do during the week, they can do that. Then they can come back and play Treasure Map. So long as they're logging in, picking up their stamina and their tokens, and they can just play whenever they feel like it. That's what I like about Kizuna Clash. I think it's very, very good. In terms of rewards, I think they're satisfactory. As I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, they need to update the rewards, kind of modernize them a bit, because on initial release of Kizuna Clash, it was like insane. But as time has progressed, they haven't really changed the rewards, so they need to update them to make them more modern, and rate Kizuna Clash in terms of how worthwhile you feel it is. I think it's worth the effort, because you do get a lot of tablets, you get Rumble Scrolls, you get a lot of Forbidden Tomes, a lot of berries. So if you're a really newer player, playing Kizuna Clash is going to be really, really valuable for your account, for sure. And now it says, please rate Treasure Map for our enjoyment. I think Treasure Map is not so fun at all. Actually, you know, Snooze Fest, they actually said Snooze Fest. You know what? I kind of want to select Snooze Fest, because the thing is, you know, up until the 7 million point marker, I actually enjoy Treasure Map. But after the 7 million points, the fact that there's nothing and you're kind of just grinding for a spot for like 4 days straight, I despise it. I'm going to select Snooze Fest for this one. In terms of duration, too long for me. I would much prefer it to be 48 hours would be ideal in terms of the ranking. I've always had this idea that I think treasure map would be perfect if they did like 48 hours worth of ranking, but then they would do, you know, treasure map is available for until the next treasure map is out. It's always available, but then they kind of dumb it down so that like it's not a ranking mission. You can just continuously play until you reach your point marker, but for 48 hours is the ranking. I kind of prefer that structure a little bit better. I just think, you know, 4 or 5 days of grinding consistently is just too much, honestly. It just is. In terms of rewards, I think the treasure map rewards are actually pretty good. And how worthwhile? I think it is exactly, like, that's the worst part about it, is like you basically have to do it because it is the only way to get treasure map characters, really, and the only way to get treasure map tickets, the only way to get limit break materials is through this game mode. And it is one of the most annoying and despicable game modes that is actually out there because it's just too long in terms of the ranking period. It is annoying that it is built in such a way, but the fact is you have to play it in order to get through the game and to get the good rewards out of it. That's the way that I see it at the moment anyway. Let's go ahead and move on. Please rate Pirate Rumble in terms of enjoyment. I think Pirate Rumble is pretty fun. I think that it's just right in terms of the length of Pirate Rumble. I think the rewards are like okay. I don't think they're great. And how worthwhile you think it is? I think it's like worth playing, but it's not the best. Like it's okay. It's just an okay game mode. That's all I can really say about it. I don't think it's the best game mode in the game. I don't think it's the worst, as I've kind of selected, obviously. It's just okay. Let's see what else there is. Do I have any other opinions or suggestions you would like to share with the One Piece Treasure Cruise development or management teams? I think I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste the exact same thing that I said a little bit earlier, because these are the things that I would personally like to see changed in the game. Make sure to, you know, list what you think needs to be changed in this section right here. All right, so with all of that being said, we are now completed. So we're going to click register. And we have thank you so much for your cooperation to answer our questionnaire. So that is the rundown of the brand new survey. That was actually a long survey, and I was not expecting it to be that long, but that's really, really good. So make sure to go over in-game and select the survey and go ahead and complete it. We need 1,000 participants in this survey in order to get the 5 rainbow gems, so I would highly advise you go ahead and do that, as it not only gives us the chance to get that 5 rainbow gems, but also gives the development team and the management team a lot of useful information that they could use to potentially improve the game moving forward. So that is going to be it from me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.